Hello everyone, this is not Metal Gear Solid 3. Clearly not. Even with all of those sounds, the people who play the game will understand. We are in Sumeru right now. Alright, so let's just jump into this. I need... Oh, wait, what? What happened here? Chad? Are you alive, Chad? Oh my god. Wait.
It's time to move on.
Hold the phone.
We shouldn't stay here.
What happened here? Chad? Oof. Oof. Hello. Wow. What was that all about? Wow. I didn't shoot myself, clearly. The game died for a sec there. I mean, my computer died, like, entire computer died for a sec. Don't know why, but you know what they say. And I used to fight the Grey Razorvine because we got Rosaria. It is super hot in here. It's super hot. Let me try something. Whipple! Let me... no. Nope. Alright. Whipple, hi! Yes! I was pulling yesterday. Remember when I pulled? And I pulled Rosaria, I pulled a constellation for Yunjin, and where's... Oh, there, Rosaria. There she is. And I pulled, I don't remember who else. So, oh, right. We're fighting Rosaria's boss.
I won't hold you back.
I'll bring my seasonings.
And yeah. Why did I bring? Why did I channeling? Never mind. There you go.
Let's get this show on the.
Okay. Eugene doesn't have her burst on.
Time for takeoff. Fire hazard.
All right. So let's see if Yumiya can fight Copel as well. So today I'm meaning to do the Kazuha's quest, and if it's not that long, wanna do Scara's quest, so we can then move on to finally Fontaine. I really hope that Fontaine's second quest is not this long. Like, one of the reasons why I can't stop playing for a while is the Archon quest from Sumeru. It's way too long. It overstays its welcome way too much. It's way too long, at least for me. Or maybe it's just that I was the one in the wrong and I still want to do it, you know? It's like in that valley after, like, fuck, leave and Inazuma, and Inazuma is my favorite chapter so far. So Okay. What does Rumina need? Coppelius. Coppelius. Alright.
Yahoo! Observe! Brace yourself!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Strike is one!
Fuck.
Think you can get away? Time for a light show! Ha!
Boom.
Ha!
Come on, come on, come on, come on. DPS, DPS.
Here come the fireworks! And step!
Also,
Here we go!
today I tried playing
And step!
Homefront, the first one. Oof, it. One sec. I saw it here and it's kind of peeking. There you go. There you go. No, you can hear me there.
Yahoo! Fire hazard!
Oof, oh shit.
Let's play! Time for takeoff!
Adventure time.
Ow.
Let's light it up. Yeah. Off we go. Going
I didn't activate Genius Burst, okay. What are these rotations?
Your grand finale! And leap! Yahoo!
There you
For a light show!
go. Boom. There you go. Dead. Dead. Alright. Okay. For a minute. Right, minute. Okay. Okay, boom. Oh, it did penguin. Tex something, I forgot his name. Two more fights of this. Okay, so we're gonna do. Ooh, it's in Fontaine. I mean, Fontaine. Fuck. No, clearly not in Fontaine. It's in Commission Scene and Asuma. Nice. Oh. Okay, I'm going to do the cat one. I love the little cat. The little talking cat. Alrighty. Oshima Yunpei. This doesn't feel quite right. What's wrong? Ah, traveler, you're here. Just the person I want to see. Recently, I've gotten the feeling that the wood carvings I've been making don't have, life. Well, they are made of wood. Oh, that's not what I meant. How to explain this? What I'm looking for is, you see, our operational head priestess is mostly asleep, but at times she will wake and wander about. While she walks, she'll hop or jump, bounce at some fallen leaves, or stretch, or on things like that. I want to capture that emotion. I want to make carvings using these actions as a basis. That's what I mean by life. Well, she's right over there. Well, I'm a little embarrassed to do that. Whatever we say, she's my boss. Feel like if I were to squat beside her and observe, I might make her happy. Your relationship, on the other hand, should be way better. So, could you help me take a few pictures to use as a reference material? No guarantees, no problems. You don't have to go for those big moments. I don't think my carving technique could keep up with that at the moment. Just capture a few poses. I think that'll do for now. Alright, thanks so much, traveler. Just bring me those pictures once you're done taking them. From the right side. Start taking pictures. Boop. One picture. From the left side. Boop.
That cat can talk.
Yes, indeed. They can talk. How did it go? Did you get the pictures? Well, it's not hard. Let me see. Ooh, this angle. This pose. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Well, aren't you excited? I'll tell more than you. Thank you so much, Traveler. Please, take this. I'll start practicing just in a moment. Oh, this is pretty good. What is he doing with those pictures? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Um let's leave them with their pictures. Arc quest. I mean, this is not even the Arc quest. This is fucking. I haven't even done this to you. I have been that pending. I know they don't like matter anymore because I've done like literally the other events, like with their arcs already resolved. So doesn't make much sense to do them, especially on stream. So I'll do them off stream. Whenever I feel like it, to be honest. So let's say ciao. Woo! Got him.
Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
In our hearts, in our minds.
Too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
He bitch slapped the Raiden.
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention.
Damn.
Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Okay.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense.
Damn.
In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved.
He literally said no you to the Shogun.
People from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something.
That is really one of the best cutscenes of the game, to be honest.
At first, turns out they couldn't have
That one and the
seems like they really respect the guy.
and the one from
Just a
the
little
castle.
while ago, this would have been
The end of the castle.
completely unimaginable.
It's really good.
Thank you. Guess we'll.
All right then.
Alrighty. Alrighty, ciao ciao. Do I really have to go all the way there? Okay. How long is this quest? How long is this quest? Honestly. Cause he... Oh. Wow. Wow. Oof. Okay. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Wait, 15? 16, I'm sorry. 16 of these things. I'll have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 31, 32, 33, 33. There's a tree that I have to do. I mean, it's not that I have to do it. She said, "It. I have the chance to do it. I am not gonna do them. I'm not gonna do all of this. No way in hell. I mean, at least not all the hangout events. Maybe the store requests. Sure. Like, sure. I mean, of course I'm gonna do Nahida's quest. Like those two here. Maybe Sinus. I was doing Tinari's one. I remember I got bored of it. Of course I wanna do Mia's. And Furina's. I don't even know who the boss is now. The new weekly boss. But like that's what I get for not playing. I mean, I do get a ton of content to like, you know, get into. But still, I'm not gonna binge that whole content. Alrighty.
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Alright. Sorry, I had to answer people. Alrighty.
Oh?
Oh. Oh, it's you. Hey yo.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
Sure
We
thing.
invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
Okay.
The Almighty
Okay.
Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity
looks
to
so
restore
done
the
with it.
honor of the Kaidahara name.
He looks so
Regarding
done
the
with it.
history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
I forgot.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya.
Really?
Both the Kaidahara
Snezhnaya.
and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing
Again?
all of the
Well,
blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun
Ow,
and the
my
Shogunate
ass.
at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
Damn. He sits
I can
right to
assure you
him.
that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice.
Okay.
With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end.
What
You'll
if
be able to
what
lead
if he
a
likes
safe
you?
and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the
Ah,
elements.
see?
I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do
No,
have
you
a
don't.
responsibility to restore their honor.
No, you don't. Do
I
whatever you
sense some
want.
hesitation in your words.
Do whatever you want.
Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
What? What are you talking about?
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara.
Wow. What are you talking
To
about?
some, the Muso
You're,
Hitotashi
you're not gonna
is
stop the
something that
Muso
can never be
Hitotashi.
defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara
Parry.
really parried the Shogun's strike.
Hidaigo did.
Also,
Wow.
eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and
Just
Kazuha
like me.
still looks fine.
Oh.
That is correct.
That's
However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
Well, he's
This
fucking
is just
strong.
one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then.
Yeah,
brings the
why
two
are
of
you
you
here? Why are we here?
We nearly forgot
Just
the most
suffer.
important thing.
Yeah, why are you there?
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me?
What?
No,
Oh.
this puzzles me as much as it does you.
I don't
My
know.
fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy
I don't,
serious.
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
Who?
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
I'm so confused.
Thank you.
I don't remember.
I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come
Sure.
on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
that sounds like a bigger brother thing to do. Wow.
He knows the most about what.
Huh? Oh shit. Oh wait. No, oh my god, no way. Okay. Okay. How much speed do I have again? That's uh 70. 70. I am on 70 PT. I am actually on 70 PD and still nothing. Wow. Wow. As some will say, we truly live in a world of wonders.
Let's see
Wow.
what Ryuji has to say.
My back. I swear to God, this chair is so fucked up. Like it literally cannot stay up front, you know. I mean, I know I'm moving, I know I'm obese, but like, come on. This shit chair is so annoying. It is what it is, I guess. Oh my god, it's 20. Oh. I'm not doing the Spralavis again because why? I mean, I rather is pay to the story, to be honest, instead of being frustrated with Spralavis. I know, like the first two parts I will get
Quick
like
question.
3 stars and that's
Do you
it.
know if anyone around here has been looking for him?
Oh, I'm desperate? I will do.
Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
Yeah, my chair is
You are too
really
kind.
fucked up.
We are currently investigating an
Ooh.
assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest.
Okay.
Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people
What?
wishing to obtain Mr.
Why?
Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora?
Hmm?
Whoa. Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Doxed.
Of course.
I mean,
No matter
how
what,
could
we
you
only
dox
take
someone
on
that doesn't have a
legitimate
house?
cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it.
Wow.
Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
The person behind us.
Then let's put that connection aside for now.
Mhm.
Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryo Commission had very few leads, and I thought you might have some information from different sources.
Okay.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryo Commission would absolutely get involved.
Okay. So what happened then?
Does
What
make
happened
sense.
beforehand then?
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I don't
I
know.
still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
Is this your way of giving
I
praise?
am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted.
Wow.
It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Wow.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade
Man?
against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth
Alright.
be told,
I had to get
I
my
don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
had to get my My
You
B2
are
were
much
on.
too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
1 sec.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
Oh,
All right.
shit. Oh,
Recently,
shit.
2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details.
Alright. I'm
I
back.
recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why
Alright.
he may wish to attack me.
Sure,
I'm back.
can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji.
Paimo's
We'll
voice is
start by making some
speaking.
inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good.
Paimo's voice was
All the
actually
best with your
speaking. Wow.
investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Amenomato. Okay, sir, Amenomato.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha.
They're not giving they're not giving me much space to talk. Wow.
You two know each other?
I mean, it is what it is.
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden.
Raiden
Historically, there
Gokaden.
have always been deep links between the two
Dunno.
clans. After I returned
Dates
to
meet, I
Japan,
guess?
I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden
Boom.
Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed
I knew it.
bladesmithing arts in Inazuma.
Big brain.
The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual
Okay.
decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
I mean, people have to move on.
It is
I mean,
a great pity indeed. In the old days,
you know.
we each had our specialties. And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding
I wish that these
as it turns stone to sand. There is
I wish
nothing
that these
work. There is only practice.
the
In,
mouse thingy, mouth syncing,
until both body and
even for
mind
NPCs,
memorize the craft.
it just looks very weird.
Each motion of
It reminds me of Metal Gear
every
Solid
intrinsic
1,
part of the bladesmith's life.
when the characters just
As
move
for
their
the Kaedehara
faces.
clan, I believe it's
Look at
called
that! Looks so
the
weird.
Ishin art.
Ishin.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between
At least
blade
that's
and
better,
blade,
but like the
and only
NPCs
forging begins.
barely move the mouse.
For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually
I wonder if
become
it's lip synced with
extension of the
Chinese,
maker's will.
isn't it?
Indeed.
Or with
Most
Japanese?
samurai choose their blades, but
I don't think this is
blade
lip sync, this is just mouth
chooses
flaps.
its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an
I mean,
Ishin blade.
of course, this is not Alan Wake 2, but
the
you know,
Kaidahara clan has fallen
still.
on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
Interesting.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments. not
This
by
is
the
something that
political
clicked with me
considerations
right
of
now.
the
I don't know why.
But let's get back on topic.
I mean, they are
I'd be
talking a lot.
surprised if today
Probably
doesn't
that's
gather some
why.
information on your missing nephew.
I was talking a
I'd
ton.
like to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes.
Also, the animation for the bladesmith looks
Report
really
the
good.
case to the Tenryo
Like
Commission,
how the
but I haven't heard
hammer,
anything back so far.
like the impact of the
He didn't
hammer,
say a
like
word before he
impacts the
left,
whole body.
which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it.
That's what I'm saying.
I've done what
It
I've
looks
done
so weird
far.
that they barely do lip syncing.
Recording is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryo Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. No one.
Yes. On the morning
Yuya.
Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift.
Okay.
I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse,
Oh,
and neither of them came back.
fire.
It's strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was...
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
Fireworks.
To guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that
He was
kind of
possessed.
person. He is
Damn.
humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason.
I am so confused.
But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you
Very
have
big
any,
words,
please
though.
let me know as soon as possible.
I love the way that I talk.
You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think you.
Yes.
Oh my
Sounds as if
god.
something happened when the two... Let's pay a visit.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to do this quest just to do Scara's quest. Like, why? Look, I have to complete Aesirpamatum, that is Kazuha's quest. And like, I mean, I'm glad that I'm like in Asuma, but like, I am not invested in. I mean, I don't even know who attacked me. I don't even remember this. So it's like, okay. Okay. I don't even know how long is this quest. I will check meanwhile there's this cutscene. Here. Feed the puppy, where's the puppy? Where's the puppy? Puppy. Puppy? Puppy. Yeah. Puppy. Puppy. Okay. Good puppy. Alright. Let's see how long is the quest.
Sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand us.
Kazuha
We're here to help with the
quest.
investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance.
An hour and a
if we
half.
may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit
Alright.
again. I'm sorry you have to see me
I
in
mean,
this
that's
terrible
fine.
state.
An hour and a half
Has
is
some
fine.
new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
No.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
Are you getting divorced?
For example,
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Okay.
uh-oh.
Uh
What
oh.
happened?
Uh oh.
He lost his sense of restraint. He
Oh no.
started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm
What?
happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he
Ooh.
refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts,
Damn.
I would divorce him and take the
Do
children
it.
with me.
Whoa.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His
Oh.
voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to
Yeah,
me?
you did the right thing. Yeah, you did the right thing.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament.
Mm-hmm.
And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me.
Both.
The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
Oh.
I see. I understand. Amin Omayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
Okay.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I
Damn.
don't know. He just
That's my
disappeared
reaction.
after the warehouse burned down.
My PNG to various
Perhaps
reaction.
he's too
Damn.
afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man
Damn.
who would not be likely to start an argument.
If you put one mild man, another
The
mild man,
situation is getting a little
you get
confusing.
two
A
high.
little
I mean, one high
confusing.
man. Hmm?
More like
No? Yeah?
completely
No? No?
mystifying.
Hmm.
Let's try a change of scenery
Hmm.
and see if we... Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
Gary, come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Not really. I don't have any thoughts.
Well, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
Perhaps the fire was a little used?
Interesting
Right?
explanation. I was
I
also
don't know.
considering this possibility. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. Either way, after arguing about it, the two men agreed to hide the truth of this matter.
Hmm?
They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryo Commission began investigating and uncovered some incriminating details, so they fled
I
to
mean-
protect their secrets. But it's a
Oh.
far-fetched thing. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, the
Okay.
more I ponder it, the more right. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art,
Mm-hmm.
not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Okay.
We thought we could get two birds with one
Okay.
stone there, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's
Ow.
keep going. If we can solve
Ooh.
the case, both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay,
Let's head out of the city and...
I mean, why though? I mean, do we really have to do all of this? We are literally two nations behind. We are supposed to already have left Inazuma for a while now. And I'm finishing Sumeru. Like, Inazuma is like almost completely done if it isn't for this fucking quest. And apart from that, that's the only thing that I have from there is the Urabashi's Legacy. I'm not doing because I like the rain. So yeah, and that's it. There's this one, but I never was able to do that. So what gives, to be honest?
Wait,
Wait.
there's something ominous in the wind.
this must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as possible things seems, you did put it to good use when we...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound.
I can smell
Right around
peace.
somewhere.
The strong smell of peace.
There's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still say it felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma.
Tatarigami?
Indeed.
Okay.
But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant.
Okay.
So it's an underground...
The force is definitely coming from down below. The
Okay.
source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind, judging from the concentration, I would have to...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse.
Hmm.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Under the influence?
From
Wow.
what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more
Am I in this in real life?
possessions even as he put
We will
himself
do
in
more of
grave
this?
debt.
Wow.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry.
Open the door. Pow. Ah.
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction of two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami.
Let's hurry.
Yes.
Stop talking and let's hurry.
Mind.
Come on. Yeah. Let's hurry. Wait, let me change my party because I am honestly, I am.
Ready for anything.
Honestly,
Make sure to keep up.
there.
Well, since you asked so nicely.
There you go. I know the guy doesn't run faster, but still.
From this point, the trail of the main source of the Tatarigami energy continued.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's hurry up.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls. They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Think you can get away?
Oh.
Brace yourself.
Lights out.
That's it, bro.
Look at this red stuff.
It's blood, Paimon. It's
What
blood.
is it?
By the look
We're
of
at a T-rated game. We cannot
written on a
shove
piece
low.
of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look. According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato
Okay.
kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
Okay. So why did no one find this?
He was not only mortally
Why did no one find
but
this?
also
No.
under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that
Oh.
its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever
Yeah.
traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. Yes, right now, if Amenoma Yuya is a
Right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only...
Okay.
Wait.
Come on.
Figured
I believe so. But it's something of an on with the search.
Oh. Alright. Whoop. We go up. Let's go. Oh, April, you're back. Hi. Hello. No more scrunglies. Good. No more scrunglies. Bro, that's because you're
Seems to
in
have stayed hidden for
you're in that state.
Why here? Is
Mhm.
there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Wow. I mean, that's what happens when. Oh,
It's no use hiding anymore.
oh. Yeah, April, show yourself. Hmm.
Kaide Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Damn.
So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be
Damn.
no enmity between us.
Oh yes.
If it is Amenome Yuya
Mhm,
that
mhm, mhm.
stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are
Ooh,
in
it's
fact
like
facing
enjoyous.
the blade?
It's like enjoyous. It's like Anubis.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
It's giving. It's giving.
Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects.
This is
and manages to
hilarious.
subtly affect
Wow.
any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought.
Wow.
You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his
Damn.
pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaidahara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that
Indeed.
point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Sure enough,
Just a little bit.
he achieved what he had set out
Wait,
to
wait,
do.
April. What time is it for you
His
now?
life's work, his
In
wisdom,
that
his
state.
skill, it culminated in his creation.
In the
of me.
cowboy state.
He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
You should wait. You should.
Not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world,
Ooh.
but also
Neat.
an irreplaceable
9,
achievement
12.
in the art
Wow.
of blade forging.
Wait, you should get a magnet. You should get a magnet. You should definitely get a magnet. One that has like a stake. You should get one that has a stake. A magnet, a stake magnet.
That kind of power. They saw me as a
Oh, or
a sharp and well-crafted one.
or yes, yeah, you should get a stake magnet.
But that gave me the opportunity.
Like with the shape of a stake. Stake? Yeah,
After
stake.
the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestors.
Yeah, you should do it. You should do it.
I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah,
Okay.
so Amenome Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but
Wow.
tools that serve my mission. When they got tired or injured or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
You're
After
awful.
I returned to Inazuma,
Damn.
I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenome Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter.
At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By
Damn.
Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun.
What?
Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come.
Come.
Now, give your body over to me!
Ayo.
Submit to me!
Into the wind.
Ayo. That's kinky.
Yahoo! Right here, right now.
Join me and sever that divine light!
One with nature.
Barbados, guide us.
Submit to me!
Ayo. I think they want something.
Rewrite history!
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
Show them. Emerge, right now. Let's play.
Easy. Easy.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost?
L.
I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man.
Damn.
He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger.
Okay, do that.
Even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements,
Damn.
I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and
Media Sonic Mania? Sonic Mania? Damn.
You can tell all that.
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you
Okay.
ask me, the mania is probably
Mania.
desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Ayo.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Indeed you are.
On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever
Yeah.
need your help?
Because all of that is in the past.
Mhm.
I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in
Oh.
all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
Hmm.
After
Hmm.
all the time
Relatable?
that's passed,
Hmm.
you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
What of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point.
This
The despair
story
in you is so
quest
strong, it
I should
compels
have
to
done it
You
and
were determined to fulfill your
I should have done it off stream.
the way I see it. What began as an ambition,
What would you know about any of this? I'm just...
you returned to
Um.
Inazuma even if you were to sever that divine light.
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made, how could you possibly unleash the...
Silence, you blabbering fool!
That's how I feel right now.
Just achieve my... I will
The-
concede
the-
that you are...
And you
I mean,
should face...
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality.
Okay, I mean,
It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaidahara clan.
no,
If you
no,
wish
fuck
to
off.
save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
No.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Why are you
Very
don't
well.
just throw it
Then find
away?
yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
This
Hmm?
is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya.
I
If you
mean,
do this,
whatever.
you'll forever be the Blade's puppet.
Whatever, it's fine.
The cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions,
Are you sure?
I should be
What
able
about
to build
smells?
some resistance for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
So I can stop you,
Your
so...
disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your
Oh!
hand.
Give me your hand. Okay.
Kazuha?
I'm okay.
Are you sure you're okay?
Felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
And just throw it away.
Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
Just immediately throw it away.
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a
Okay.
blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
That should fit the bill.
All right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Okay. I mean... I don't know, this quest is... Do you do this quest? Ever did you do this quest? Question mark? Oof. Oh, I think I have to turn on the fan. I'm so sorry. I will put it down, don't worry. I don't fault you at that. Honestly, it's very tame.
Brace yourself.
They did Kazuha dirty this one. I mean, he already had his story quest, so The one with the vision and this is the same place that was used for the Raiden thing. Whatever. Let's use a different team.
Bring my notebook.
I said let's use a different team. Not Yula. Come on. Let's do something different for a change. Oh my god, no one else is built here. From Yao Yao upwards, they're built. I mean, including Furina. I mean, Furina. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Witness my magnificence.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I literally... Okay. Never mind. I didn't do nothing.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
What? No. Let me see. What? Precision blade. Okay. Attack. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh? How do you get infused with How do you get fused with oh, there you go. No. Alright.
Time to go. Time to go.
Down.
Adorn my knight.
How are you feeling? You okay?
He's angry.
The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's
Damn.
keep going.
Well, I mean, I guess now it's more interesting. But, like, first, like, 50 minutes? Goddamn. Oh. Well, I need those heals. Damn, I miss the battle song for Inazuma. It's really good.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call. Time to get.
Wait, but everybody do the Scara goes, right?
Something's up with the blade.
It's grown dimmer.
I can
Oh.
sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
No.
Time to go.
I missed listening to the Inazuma fighting music. Oh my god, Paimon, please shut up. Let me get the music. So you know why I haven't been in Inazuma? Like about the formations. Because I already explored 100% of it, so...
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Boom.
Fine.
Bro.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Of course if
It looks like
he's literally alone.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey
Wow.
from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Damn.
What's that supposed to mean?
Paimon, shut.
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry, I'll use my own blade. It's just...
Okay, now which flavor? Please. Okay. Das ist keiner so dann.
One with nature.
Trees are wow.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
You fought way better with your own sword.
Wow.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am.
I'm Samo? I'm Tree
No one
Samo?
knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you,
I'm confused.
perhaps there would still be
I'm
a
Tree
way
Samo?
for me.
But in this too, you
Tree.
failed.
3-star?
Indeed. No matter how
Huh?
hard I
Some
tried, I could not attain
star.
that perfect harmony that your
3.
personal blade does with you.
What? Hey!
Much does
Oh my
My
god.
physical
What?
state is
That we are for
perfect
some.
without
Oh my
your
god.
presence. I can only disguise my true appearance
Wow.
behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade
Wow.
that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a
A
magnificent blade
wow.
it is.
Did you call the
Perhaps
fucking Philly a magnificent sword?
level
Wow.
of glory.
Actually,
Migraine?
this is just a
No.
generic blade
Don't
that I
die
picked
on
up
me.
during my travels in Liyue.
What?
What?
Hygiene and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond.
Has he fucked his sword? Has he fucked? The sword fucked him.
Needed it. I received
Wow.
aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination,
A skill
and
issue?
desire. All these
A skill
must be
issue.
aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted
Wow.
its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel
Damn.
a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential.
Why are we being a psychologist so
It was
fucking
time
sorry?
for him to turn your back on his ambition.
Wow.
You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy."
Wow.
How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe
What?
our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
The source of him? Okay. Oh. Nothing here, nothing there. Oh, these aren't affected by pyro. Is it? Nope. Ow, ow, ow. Whoa. Nothing here. Oh, very ominous, damn. Oh, the door opened by itself. Damn. I mean,
When I touched the hilt for the first time, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end.
no.
A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the bladesmith.
Indeed.
Indeed.
While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland.
Damn.
His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back
Sentient
to
blade,
Inazuma,
wow.
no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So
Will
that's
Smith.
the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path.
Okay.
This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities.
Damn. War crimes.
Only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Alright. One sec. Alright.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge.
Damn.
Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya.
And I'll capture Gio now.
But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised.
Damn.
My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot. What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Damn.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Okay.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward.
Okay, let's get him.
I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Hmm? All right. Okay, I think now we have enough for the electricity thingy. I think this is all done just to try to catch up with Archon Quest. Wow. Mrs. Worldwide. Can we get the cutscene? Can we a cutscene? That would look really good there. Right?
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard still. Are you ready?
Alright. Oof, my eyes.
Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Okay.
One with nature.
Ow. Can we run him? Wait, can...
The wind knows me.
Can I run?
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Oh.
That hurts.
Of course it hurts. It's a sword.
One with nature. It's fine. Wind strider.
Oh. Chichi does a final blow.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
Damn.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
Damn.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I
Okay.
beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy.
Oh no.
We can go back there together.
Oh no.
Does he want to go
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Sure. Here the end. I glance back. Oh.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Yum.
Ah, it's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
Damn.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the
Oh,
Wonton Sangha
they do?
Detective Agency
Well, I thought they were
tells me
there.
that they've found the missing Mr.
Oh.
Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live.
Oh. Okay, I thought he died.
And now that Yuya is
You're bored by the
it seems
fucking
like the
rituals.
final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
what? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. and he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
Okay. I'll trust your judgment.
I will explain
Simon,
my
shut up.
reasons later. Okay, I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Okay.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Oh. Okay.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin
Kagotsuru Ishin. No. Yeah.
is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Okay. Cool. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the...
Kagotsurube Ishin.
Hmm.
It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me.
Oh, yo?
Just as the
Well,
sight of those who fought to
wait,
appeal vision
where?
decree did. Your
Where?
quest to
Question
face the
mark?
gods and trace your siblings
Which part
inspires
inside
me
you?
the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should. I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right.
Alright.
And it's also time to give him a response.
Okay.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow! You sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin.
And now I'm gonna kill you with it.
Using
Wow,
the
wow.
long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
Okay.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path.
Okay.
Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised.
Okay.
However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
Hmm.
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Damn. Nah, Atlantis is cool. Oh, finally.
Last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy.
Finally.
About these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you?
Okay, finally. Alright. Oh.
And as for your brother,
I'm sorry. I mean, am I sorry? No, I'm not really sorry. Oh, right.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
There you go. Hold on.
Ad Astra.
Oh. Dispatch. Dispatch again. Dispatch again. Dispatch again. Dispatch again. Nice. Alright. Palazzo Surosana now. I don't think I'm gonna do the entire thing right now. I'm gonna see how everything goes. Let's see, okay.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay.
An
that uses
essay.
Facts and logic.
Okay.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you?
What's that accent?
Zatara's
That's
been a mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's
that's
little
literally
to
my
discuss.
accent.
Unless,
Wow.
of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
That's literally. I mean, I
This
have
is my teacher's
heavy
area
accent
of
on
research.
that.
I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But That's all the way in Inazuma.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just
Damn.
Paimon, or is it kinda unusual
Did it
for
rhyme?
someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Great, let's go find out what this Tatarasuna mystery is all about.
Ooh! Why are they gonna invert me? Oh. Bro.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Looking for me?
You're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
You're looking at.
So what?
Oh,
For
what?
the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know.
And we did the Tatarasuna thing though.
Who'd have thought that?
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
Okay.
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why?
Okay.
Apart from the sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
That's
Someone
Scara.
who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki Mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
Why do? Wait.
Then a murder happens?
Why?
Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Why does Sawa that sounds like Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear? Literally sounds like Jeremy Clarkson. What? It's literally a fucking Jeremy Clarkson. That's why. That's why I was like, wait, and I need to check if this is.
And wow, did I get lucky?
Literally sounds like. It literally sounds like Jeremy Clarkson.
This part's important. I just wanted to make
Genshin.
It just so happens
Jeremy
works at the
Clarkson.
records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, still there, right? Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah.
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin Art and so on?
Oh, okay.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier.
Why do you sound so much like Jeremy Clarkson? What the hell?
The last practitioners of Ishin Art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, It makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be...
Get to the point. For
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki
Mm-hmm.
Dojo would...
Puppet?
Yep.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Yes, we do.
No. Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree. It
Mhm.
does. But considering
Oh
that
my
the
God.
human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Oh,
Oh, and
look,
please
one
read
look.
my essay
Wow.
draft as well.
Oh yeah, one look. Oh,
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative
I glanced at
approach,
it.
but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between
Mhm.
rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
That was literally filler. Okay.
Hey, so that thing they were
I think I will be streaming for like around 20 more minutes because I'm sort of tired. It's like 1 a.m.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about if you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are.
Oh. Boom. Ah.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by.
EP. EP, yeah, EP. Where are EP?
Oh dear. No, it can't
Mhm.
have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Very EP. Very EP indeed. Oop. F. Ow. Oh my god.
Paimon, there you are.
Hey.
Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Oh.
Sure enough,
Oh.
you're here.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal?
Deal?
You
Down.
sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumero would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess
Yes.
I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Yes.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
What if I don't want to?
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
Okay.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? He's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming a loser.
So he tossed you out like a trash.
Sometimes it's
Well,
you using
like
them.
a trash? Like
Other
trash.
times, it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Wow.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him! Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Oh.
Yes. As I told you once before,
Wow.
there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today.
Now you're a Paimon, you're tiny. You're tiny and floaty.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is
No,
an
that's
extremely
you.
important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And
That's
since
you.
the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to
No,
connect
you.
with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long.
Damn, Control F.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Damn.
Exactly! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for intense
merch.
longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer.
Merch. Yeah.
As someone who counts you as a friend,
Boop.
I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been
Oh
longing
my.
to find, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero.
Maybe tomorrow I could try to do something with it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help? I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. It seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the ballots
Wow.
on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
Okay.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
You should get the crop top.
I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Alright. Let's go then. A war. A war, India. Wow.
It's pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep
Me.
Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Ermin's.
Shut your beak, jailbird!
Down.
Prisoner gets to be so smug.
I
Yeah.
understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information.
Torrents?
You
Torrents?
must put aside your differences and be
Are we gonna be
extremely
pirating
careful
something?
as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both
Okay.
sides. Fine. Let's call it.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do, if there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ugh, the snark on this guy.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure. Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Oh, let's go in.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
Damn.
Paimon's never seen anything like
That's good. That's good. This reminds me to 2.8 Summer Fantasia.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so... What are you
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's
Dumb.
possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So...
Blah 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 blah. I cannot. I literally cannot run off. Look. See? Cannot.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from
Packets
inside
of
Irminsul.
information, wow.
Be careful not to touch them.
Why not? Why can't I not touch them? Oh, see? Oof. More.
It looks the same in every direction.
Well, why can't I touch them? Wow.
No wonder you mentioned about getting lost.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing
Russian scissors, okay.
The Paladin
Good luck.
is actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive. The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do. Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
The disco call.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. So,
Why Paimon?
I'm going to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a... As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Damn.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today. Huh.
Okay. Paimon.
Everyone
Shush.
has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro-Archon. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia. If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Damn.
Really? Because from what they were saying...
No.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone. So the Gesse got it right? Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Yes.
Tarasuna was sabotaged.
Well, I think we did this,
Riveting
right?
conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Are you winning, son?
Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh?
Sure.
Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Hmm? It's cool.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now.
Hmm.
You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of
Is this
safely disposing
something to do with Kazuha? No?
the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material.
Probably it's in Inazuma, so.
Giving rise to
No.
generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All skills, blood,
Who's that? Oh, that's the.
Every smith brought into this
That's the
trade
Fontaine guy.
purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say,
Scara. Usher.
But is
Usher?
this really the truth?
No.
My good sir, what do you mean?
My good
I tried to
sir.
resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Wow.
And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little
Fontaine.
overqualified?
Why, Mr. Neo,
French.
are you suggesting I find
One of them French.
Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, It looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
No. Oh. Oh.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You what? Done. Yep.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Hmm?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human.
You're a human.
You're just missing a heart.
Oh.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
I knew that was a story.
Oh, I'm happy to divulge my true
Oh.
identity.
I knew it.
I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
I love his voice.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind.
Okay.
It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are
Oh, no.
filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
What?
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
Oh my god.
What other reason would a human have for befriending
Hello.
one who is not of our kind?
I think we're experiencing the starts of Scara's story, I guess.
If you give him my heart,
No.
tell him that both
Hello.
Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Wow.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Damn. Oh. That.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
Damn.
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
Damn.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was.
Damn.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore!
Damn.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a
Mm-hmm.
Why did we— When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it?
Does it?
But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Well,
Let's give him some space. We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
okay.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor— Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for."
Oh my
He
god.
took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival.
What?
Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back. Holy moly! So the doctor— Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Damn, that's...
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Damn. That's fucked up. Oh. A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
He can hear us.
Hey, you alright?
Hmm.
That's a scary expression.
Damn.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Okay.
Hey, are you investigating?
That's why we're here.
Yes.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Yeah.
Does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Okay. Let's do. Let's do. Let's do.
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Okay.
Responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do I know?
Give me your hand. Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible?
Oh. No.
Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only said it for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Oh, he's trying to solve it.
Uh-oh, he disappeared.
No, but he's not doing anything bad. Yeah, that looks good.
Oh no, he's really gone. Oh, can you hear me? Nihida! Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power. It was the Balladeer's fault. He...
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Damn.
Where the heck did he go? Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Yeah, and after we get out of I was gonna say after we get out of Irminsul, we're gonna start streaming because it's late, you know. I wanna start streaming earlier again, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, I prefer streaming earlier.
I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
I wanna help you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me. An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay? Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please
Okay.
rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Okay.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake.
Damn.
He wants to change the past?
No, I mean, no, I mean,
You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
but you can rewrite Irminsul though.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn, even if no one was there. So, Paimon's so
You fucking imbecile.
sorry. Paimon accidentally, but erasing yourself from history?
Mm-hmm.
It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irmin? Paimon's, there's no way he'll act.
Oh.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but
Yeah, I also wanna go to sleep. Come on.
Paimon's still so... Alright, Paimon will start. And Drayan Chili...
Yum. Well, hmm?
Paimon was, talking? Huh.
Food. Yeah.
Is that a food too? Huh.
What?
Weird name though.
Oh no.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Go. Alrighty. Alrighty. Chat. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm tired. I would like to keep streaming. I already started the stream with very little energy. I talked very little, and you know what they say. I'm just tired. I'm old. I'm getting old, chat.
Faster?
Let me condense my resting first, though. Tomorrow I'll see if I can, like, escape through Xiao's thing. Wait, fuck. Oh, yeah, it's the craft. Okay. If I can skip through Xiao's thing and if I can do Hu Tao's thing too. And yeah. Oof. This is a lot. This is a lot to take, you know. Like all these archon quests are like 3 hours long, and it's like, wow, it's a ton. I'm not gonna lie, and I mean that's fine. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not play the game? of course, of course, it's good to have a ton of content, but you know, it can be a little bit overwhelming. At least for me. At least for me. I mean, I tend to play games that like have all their content like done, you know. And I am not a person that plays RPG games, so I mean, this is perfect for people that love RPG games, but you know, I am not that. I love this game though. I love this game, but still. All right. Let's go raid someone. Alright, okay, let's go. Oh my god. Aloe. How is Aloe so famous now? Holy shit. Wow. Wow, Aloe got famous. They did it big. Wow. Proud, very proud, very proud. I remember being there when we were very little people in the chat. Good, good, good. I'm glad. Proud, proud. Let's check Genshin streamer. I don't think they're playing Genshin anymore. Um, uh, well, let's raid Rin. Let's raid Rin Taicho. Okay. Thank you for being here. I'm very tired, so. Oof. Let's raid Rin Taicho, okay? Raid Rin Taicho. Let's raid Rin Taicho, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, and let's raid. Alright? Thank you for being here, and thank you, April, for being here, of course. It's always very nice to be accompanied. Very tired, so yeah. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.